Hello everyone, it's Gold Gear. Today I want to talk about Jak and Daxter and discuss why the second game is so different from the first and what is my opinion about this change. So without any further delay, let's get started. Jak and Daxter was Naughty Dog's first game for the PlayStation 2. It was fun, charming and colorful collectathon, similar to Crash Bandicoot but less linear. It received positive reviews and a sequel was inevitable. Let's first think about what should be in a good sequel. This is just my opinion, but I think a good sequel should give the players what they liked in the first game, but on a larger scale. A great example of a good sequel is Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, because that game gave you more alien planets and more devastating weapons, so exactly what players wanted and expected. But what would you expect from a sequel to Jak and Daxter? I doubt you would expect to see guns, a big dirty city, and Grand Theft Auto-like gameplay. But that's exactly what the game offers you. Yes, Jak 2 has basically nothing to do with the first game. The gameplay and tone are completely different and unrecognizable. I'm not saying that developers can't try something new and different. They should, but they have to do it right. Let's take a look at Sly Cooper games. The first one has hub worlds and linear levels, while the second game has big and open locations with various missions to complete. Yes, the sequel is very different from its predecessor, but the core gameplay is the same, so if you enjoyed the first game, you will likely enjoy the second one as well. But with Jak and Daxter it's more complicated, because if you're a fan of the first Jak, it's quite possible that you won't like the second one, because instead of a collectathon platformer, you get an open-world third-person shooter. To be clear, I'm not criticizing the second game itself, I'm only criticizing the fact that it's a sequel to this one. I think it would be better if the developers made a new franchise, instead of changing Jak's gameplay so much. It would work, because story-wise, Jak 2 is also not strongly connected to the first game. So now you know my opinion on this, but let's answer the question of why the sequel is so different. Well, I think it's obvious that Naughty Dog took inspiration from Grand Theft Auto 3, because in Jak 2 you can explore a big city and meet different characters, who will give you tasks to complete. You can also hijack people's cars and drive them through the streets, all while avoiding running into guards so that they don't start chasing you. But GTA wasn't the only game to influence this change. I think Ratchet and Clank also have something to do with it, because the first Ratchet game has a futuristic setting and weapons, and the second Jak, which came out a year later, had that too. Coincidence? I think not. Jak 2 is truly one of the most interesting sequels I've ever played. It's just crazy how much experimenting Naughty Dog did with this game. They took a big risk, but they were lucky because the game was successful. I love Jak 2, but I have quite a few issues with it, and I generally prefer the first game to its successors. But that doesn't mean they are bad by any means. So yeah, Jak 2 isn't a good sequel in my opinion, but it's still a fun game, and I can't wait to talk more about it in the review. What do you think about it? Do you like this change, or do you prefer the first game? Write it in the comments. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I am Gold Gear, thanks for watching, and stay gold.
We've been waiting for you.